RKO the Infamous and WO back with another video doing my UFC 149 pay-per-view predictions for the fight card that is happening in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, that has had a ton, and when I mean a ton, I mean a crap load of changes has happened on this card throughout the past couple of months since announcing this card in Calgary. First time ever in Calgary, sold out. It will be live tomorrow night on pay-per-view, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Originally, the main event was supposed to be Jose Aldo versus, wow, I am drawing a blank. Jose Aldo was supposed to defend his title, and then Jose Aldo got injured, so they took out the main event of, the co-main event of UFC 148. Urijah Faber versus Renan Barao for the UFC Interim title, because Dominic Cruz is injured. I believe he tore his ACL and will be out for the next 8 months. So they need an interim title, and Faber's fighting Barao, and that is your main event. Also, Hector Lombard was supposed to fight, it's Hector Lombard's UFC debut, and he's supposed to fight originally, who's he supposed to fight? Michael Bisping. And Michael Bisping ended up getting out of that fight, and now he's facing Tim Boetsch, and Kongo was supposed to face someone else, but now he's facing Shawn Jordan. First fight, we got a welterweight fight between Clements and Matt Riddle, and I'll see Clements taking this by decision. Next up, we got Ebersole versus James Head, and I'm going to take Ebersole on this one. And then we got the heavyweight championship. I mean the heavyweight fight between Cheick Kongo and Shawn Jordan. And I'm going to pick Kongo on this one. I'm going to say Kongo wins by knockout in this fight, hopefully. And hopefully it's an exciting fight and not a boring 3-round heavyweight fight. Then we got the co-main event. The debut of Hector Lombard, 20-fight win streak. I believe he hasn't lost a fight since 2006. I believe he has one draw in 2007. Going up against Tim Boetsch, which pretty much had that epic UFC comeback fight when he faced Yushin Okami at UFC 144. And he was getting dominated for the first 2 rounds and came back and knocked out Okami. And Hector Lombard, he's been pretty much not in, and now this is UFC debut. He hasn't been in the UFC. He's been on a 20-fight win streak, and crazy knockout artist, submission artist, and he does it all. He ends fights, and a very fun fighter to watch, and there've been huge publicity, actually. Well, not huge publicity, but they've been actually hyping up this co-main event. And they pretty much been saying that one of these two is either going to knock out each other, but I'm going to go with the UFC debut of Hector Lombard to continue his fight win streak. And if he does it impressively, I think he will be facing, and he makes a name for himself, I think he'll be facing Anderson Silva, even though Chris Weidman had that impressive knockout victory, I believe it was 2 weeks ago or last week, against Mark Munoz. And there also is a Michael Bisping and Brian Stann fight, which is happening in Toronto in September. So I believe out of those 3, they're going to figure out who will be facing Anderson Silva in the next middleweight championship fight. But I'm picking Hector Lombard on this. Then we got the Bantamweight fight for the interim title. Urijah Faber versus Renan Barao. And I see Faber taking this one. 5-round decision fight. And Urijah, California kid, Urijah Faber. I pick you for the main event. So that is my picks for UFC 149. It's one of those cards where it's not star-studded, but usually the cards that are star-studded are usually the cards that are not as star-studded usually have the most exciting fights, because guys are proven to make a name for themselves, and 9 times out of 10 when you get fight cards like this, it usually ends up being some pretty epic night of fights. So hopefully this is the epic card and delivers. First show in Calgary, sold out. And that is my predictions video. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. What are your predictions for this tomorrow night's pay-per-view? Or tonight's pay-per-view, depending on when you're watching this. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and that is all.